Hello and welcome. I'm Peter, the host of this channel. And on this channel, I share my experience as an independent explorer in the world of the occult. Also, I truly believe that you didn't find me by accident and that what I have to say will help you thrive on your spiritual journey. Today's video will be a little less uplifting, and that is because I'm going to get into the downside of too much obsession with the occult and seeking answers to life's questions. Don't make my mistake and don't treat magic as some kind of a salvation which will solve all your problems, especially when the source of all your problems is you yourself. Because remember, you are the only common thread behind all that has happened in your life, and there is no amount of magic or armor that will save you from yourself. I've learned this the hard way. By the way, if you find that this video is to your liking, then please give it a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, as it really motivates me to create more content like this. So in my earlier videos, namely in my journey in the occult part 1, 2, and 3, I went through a couple of my adventures in the occult. I also explained that I wanted answers about the truth behind this world, my capabilities, and magical powers. I wanted to know if they really existed, was there really more to this world that meets the eye, and can magic be used to turn your life around? What I came to realize was that the answer to most of my questions was both yes and no. Sometimes a yes and sometimes a no, but never a definitive yes or a definitive no. Yet I felt like I still needed the answers to questions like these. Was the Merkaba really an instrument to reach higher states of consciousness? Was the tree of life a map of the soul? Do I have a mind or the mind has me? Was the best book or school of magic for me? Can ancient spirits really be summoned to do my bidding, etc.? I know almost everyone has their own answers to these, but I wanted to experience it myself to know, to have honest, true answers. But then in the process, I turned dramatically inwards. I didn't have the energy left to think about other things. I didn't build a career, but I've lost many jobs, I lost friends, I've lost girlfriends, and I've lost interest in living a normal life in general. The ordeals have changed me quite a bit, so I wasn't really a pleasant person to be around for a long time. Today I know that that's just what you get when you get invested enough into certain practices of Satanism and the darker aspects of magic. Or at least that was my experience. But speaking of the ordeals were meant to make the adept more spiritually advanced and capable than any man who didn't go through them. If you don't know what I'm referring to, you can check out my video right here. They were meant to push me to my limits spiritually, psychologically, mentally, and physically. Point is that it didn't take long till I found myself obsessed with all of this occult stuff like Gollum in The Lord of the Rings. I was desperate to find some sort of a key to the universe which would then allow me to hack reality. So I did a lot of experimenting, a lot of meditation, a lot of inner work, a lot of self-reflection, and a lot of rituals to find this inner treasure. And now I can see that it cost me dearly. Because everyone I know who is at my age got to do something with their lives while I was searching for answers about the universe full time. At one point I even ended up in a psychiatric ward because my inner world crumbled when I was crossing the abyss, and I couldn't hold myself together anymore. But I'll tell this story in a future video. So at the end of the day, what do I know for certain? What are some of the answers that I found to be true? I understand that magic is some kind of a ball game between the small, localized conscious mind and its big brother, the big unconscious mind. The unconscious mind doesn't know who I am, so I, the ego, and the small conscious mind tell it my story, describing my identity by how I live my life, my everydays, living in my thoughts and feelings. Remember that the one great mind constantly communicates with itself, and this is just one form of that too. And I truly believe that this communication creates my reality, whether I like it or not. The same kind of communication makes the intended magic to either work or not work. But magic doesn't necessarily need a ritual to be performed. You create your reality in the mind through the mind. Everybody does. And you can still have what you want without ever performing a single ritual. Magic is constantly in motion, and it creates reality as it moves. And yes, by this, Intentionally or by accident, you manifest things. And those things then grow into tendencies. And there you have your everyday life. It's all filled with magic. I also got to know that the mind is not just inside your head, but outside too. I also got to know that spirits exist, just plain and simple. I will always be a believer. I also got to know that curses bounce back on you. Yes, I'm not shy to admit that I used to put curses on people in darker times of my life, and I'm not proud of that. Not too many curses, but even one curse is more than needed. It is really up to you to decide if black magic is for you or not. But if you choose that it is, then it can wreck your life and your recovery can take quite some time. Take it from me. I also know this. Don't rely 100% on magic. The spirits that will help you begin where your capabilities as a physical human end. So always do your part with a clear conscience. In the end, I can say that I got what I wanted at the beginning of my journey. I'm not saying that I have all the answers or that I've mastered everything. I just happened to witness certain things that no one has ever talked to me about. And I got skills that I didn't know about either. So it wasn't a waste of time because I didn't come back empty-handed. But for now, it is time to rebuild my life from the bottom. This is not a goodbye video or anything like that, because I know that my journey will still go on, only not in full time. But what I came to say is that too much obsession over anything just isn't good for you. So now I'm happy to return to life much wiser and enlightened than I was before in my journey. So that is it for today. If you've ever been in a similar place in life, please let us know in the comments down below. If you'd like me to elaborate on something I've said previously, please let me know in the comments down below. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care. I love you.